since there's probably 10 other events going on right now at the same time. So thank you very much for coming. And this morning I had a lot of people tweet me say, it's raining, is the event still happening? Come on guys, you're startups, you're entrepreneurs, you got a little bit of rain. Ah, God. Anyway, just before we get started, who here has no idea what this event is about? I thought so. Are you those people that click accept to everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful with that. And who here is a Silicon Valley native? Who here was born in San Francisco? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people out of 200.
Oh wait, I was
That's
born in
pretty
Berkeley.
incredible. I think you're a dying breed. Well, it's very fitting that there's so many international people here today because this event is all about encouraging entrepreneurship in emerging markets and around the world. I'm just going to do a little bit of introduction, 5 minutes on what the project is about. Then we're going to have a 20-minute panel about the state of global entrepreneurship. And then we have 10 startups who are going to pitch to a panel of expert judges, including rockstar Robert Scoble. Yeah, very sexy man over there.
Oh, jeez.
So we're going to try and keep it moving.
I heard the PR bullshit.
Hey, just roll with it, okay? It might be PR bullshit, but it works, all right? So we're going to try and keep the event really fast, only about an hour until we can go out for beer and pizza again because, you know, we don't want it to drag on too long. So let's get started. All right, so for any of you that doesn't know, my name is Hermione. I started off about 5 years ago blogging for TechCrunch Europe. And I kept writing and hearing about this place called Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley, the place where dreams were made, where companies and entrepreneurs were making products that pushed the human race forward. When I got here, I worked as the video director for the Next Web. And a lot of startups were pitching to me, and they were pitching photo sharing app after photo sharing app after photo sharing app. And I was like, WTF? Where are the companies that are pushing the human race forward and changing the world? At the same time, I also noticed a trend in the growth in international entrepreneurship. So I interviewed the Iraqi minister in Palo Alto. And he told me how he wanted to learn Silicon Valley culture and take it back to Iraq and create a Silicon Baghdad. He said, my country's destroyed. I'm going to lay the fastest fiber optic cable throughout the country, and I'm going to create a Silicon Baghdad. And I was so overwhelmed by this, I started to do research into international entrepreneurship. And I found out that it doesn't all happen in Silicon Valley. I started to notice programs like Startup Chile, Silicon Beach in LA, Silicon Alley in New York, Silicon Roundabout in London, Silicon Cape in Cape Town. I started noticing and writing about all of these international startup communities that were popping up all over the world. And and in my research, I wanted to know, okay, these places want to be like Silicon Valley, but why aren't they Silicon Valley? What is missing? So I did a lot of research and I found out there are 2 things missing from startup ecosystems around the world. The first is money, funding, access to early stage seed capital. These places have huge amounts of startup activity, but no money. The second, circle jerk, press. I don't want to diss TechCrunch, but they are a Silicon Valley. But in all defense to TechCrunch and the Next Web, Silicon Valley is Silicon Valley because of that. You need press, you need people to get excited about your ideas when you're an early stage startup. And Silicon Valley, because of TechCrunch and because of the Next Web and because of sexy Robert Scoble,
she says sexy.
Silicon Valley. Silicon
I
Valley.
have a big enough ego. I don't need a bigger one.
Are you in that picture? All right, I don't see you.
Silicon Valley has press. International communities around the world do not. So, I was like, how can we go to these communities and how can we give them press? How can we get them excited? How can we get them off the ground? How can we get these startups launched, buzzed around their idea? And I decided to do, through a global competition, we could do this. We could go to these places, we could team up with the local accelerators like Startup Chile and Silicon Cape, and we could throw events, and we could get startups to pitch and get them in front of international media. So that's what we did. And last year, with my co-founder Eric here, who does all the hard work, we went from here to Mexico City to Santiago, Chile, Lima, Peru, Buenos Aires, Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, Cape Town, Rwanda, Kenya, and Tanzania. We did 10 events in 5 weeks, each with about 200 people like there are here tonight. And it was just absolutely incredible, the amount of startup community and activity that is going on there. In Rwanda, they were so excited to see us that they erected huge banners in the city saying, Rwanda's going to Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is coming to Rwanda. And it's just so inspiring and such an incredible story that a country like Rwanda that was at war with itself, killing each other for 10 years, is now trying to promote itself as a Silicon Valley of Africa. And so I'm just going to show you a quick 2-minute video on, I think this was in Peru, Lima, Peru. We also had to try the local cuisine.
We are from Lima Valley. Here is my partner, Alvaro Zárate.
The startup culture here in Peru is not so big. We all here want to change the world, so why not being Lima Market?
Startup founders unite!
Yeah!
Pushing up the hill, searching for the thrill of it. All alone, we are calling.
Where are we?
We're at the Waiva Academy here in Lima, Peru.
Tomorrow, what's in front of me?
I want to thank Startup World, I want to thank Arturo, I want to thank Waira for all these things we are going to do and we are doing for this entrepreneurial ecosystem in Peru.
The winner who will be invited to the grand final in Silicon Valley next year is at the house of the Deputy Minister for Industry and Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise. How much money are you going to invest in startups?
We were talking about 20 million for startup capital, and obviously 90% of that fund should go directly to incubators, to initial businesses.
Yeah, we had to try the local drinks as well. So we've done South America, we've done Africa, we're going this year to Asia and Europe, and we couldn't do it without our sponsors, Tropo, Hitmonk, The Next Web, Echo, Microsoft, thank you for giving us this wonderful building tonight. Matt, I don't know where you are, but pizza, beer, thank you. And here's, yeah, if any of you want to know more about Microsoft,
Never heard of them.
talk to Matt. And who else are sponsors? Well, we have loads of sponsors. Hitmonk and Eventbrite, that's right. So thanks for our sponsors. We are still looking for more sponsors to help us go to Asia and Europe this year. And then the winners of the 36 cities we have gone to will come to Silicon Valley at the end of this year for the grand final. So it's like a 2-tier competition. Anyway, without further ado, let's introduce our panelists for a quick 10-minute panel. Torsten from Unoodle, Fadi from Blackbox, and Stuart from Zendesk. Do you guys want to just talk about the state of global entrepreneurship and a little bit about what you do, because you're all very well versed in global entrepreneurship.
this.
Not all.
You can use that.
Yeah, this is fine. You can pass it.
Keep us more civil if we pass it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, just use that. All right, sure. Why don't I just stand up? I can't see half of you in the back. That might be good. So, very quick intro. Some of you as entrepreneurs probably know Noodle mostly from being the form that you have to apply for in order to get into accelerators or incubators or win competitions around the world. And that's what we're all about. We're trying to bring a bit of meritocracy to the world of entrepreneurship instead of just the usual, the usual winners. And my own background is I'm Danish, born and raised in Copenhagen. And my journey to San Francisco went through Dallas, Texas, through London, through Chile, and I got here 4 years ago, and it's been amazing. Do you want me to? Please.
I think I got.
You should just hold it like this.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Fadi Bishara. I'm the founder of Blackbox. So I'm originally from Syria. When you said who has been here, a native Silicon Valley, I think I am. I've lived here more than I've lived anywhere else. So probably I qualified as native Silicon Valley. I am the founder of Blackbox. Blackbox is an accelerator focused exclusively on helping startups from outside of the US, getting access and launching and partnering with platform people and investment community here in Silicon Valley. So we select companies from all around the world, and they get to experience Silicon Valley for the way it is. They spend a couple of weeks in an introduction program, and then we have one 12-month program that we help them launch and go through their journey. We're based in Atherton, California. We work out of a big house, and we have a different model than the accelerators. We work, instead of 3 months programs, we work on more customized programs with select companies from around the world.